Hi everyone, this is Al Woods from Woods Recruiting. I want to talk about the deadly struggle of recruiting procrastination. It is a real consequence in recruiting. Basically what happens, and it's more driven by the parents than anyone else, is that they are delaying the process, seeing what they can get on their own for free when they know they need to invest money. Either invest more money into getting videos done and getting them sent out, being strong on social media, contacting college programs on a consistent basis, or possibly signing up with a recruiting service. Investigate before you take that route. Find out what these recruiting services are all about, their experience, their background. More importantly, you want to ask these questions. How many kids did they get placed in college last year? And how many student athletes did they sign up that they didn't get placed in college? You know, say for example, a recruiting service signed up 150 kids in a year, or this particular scout did an amazing job. But out of those 150, he only got 145 placed in college. 5 of them he couldn't get placed in college. So is that enough of a deterrent for you to say, no, I don't want to deal with these guys? Or do you want someone who has a 100% track record? But find out what connections they have. Where are they getting these kids placed in college? Because they're the ones who can do the legwork for you when you can't do it yourself. But on top of all of that, recruiting is, to me, in my opinion, it's 6 years. It starts in middle school. Some would suggest it starts earlier than that, but it starts in middle school, and it concludes in senior year. That's 6 years. So you have student athletes who are finally trying to get something going, and it's their senior year. And what I mean by getting it going, the summer has passed, and now it's their senior year. School has started, and they're no closer to finding a college program than they were at the beginning of the summer, at the beginning of their junior year. So you have to be aggressive. You can't delay the process. This is not like looking for a job. Okay? There's plenty of places to look for a job. If you can't find one at this place, you go somewhere else. It's not that way in recruiting because it comes down to scholarships and money. The money is going to disappear for that year. What those schools have available in scholarship dollars, as each week and month passes, those dollars will dry up. The scholarships will begin to disappear. And by the time you have figured it out late in your senior year, there's very little scholarship dollars left, and the scholarships may be all gone. Then what do you got? You're going to be in a situation where you're going to have to take out thousands of dollars in student loans to cover the cost of college because you waited too late and they don't have enough money. It's not anyone's fault. It's your fault. It used to be a time back in the old days of recruiting where the high school coach was responsible for every aspect of the recruiting process. They handled your film, they talked to coaches, they wrote letters, they did emails. As we got more modern, they sent links out of your videos. They contacted coaches via social media. But more and more high school coaches are avoiding that workload. More and more high school coaches are staying away from the recruiting process. And so if you're sitting back as a parent and a student athlete and you're thinking that the coach is going to give their all, you're wrong, because those are the old broken down strategies of recruiting that no longer work. You got to take action yourself. And procrastination is just going to kill any chances you have of going to college. I've seen it happen a million times. Talented student athlete, no offers, nobody's looking at them, nothing has happened. Then when they finally get something, the offer is so small you can barely see it with a microscope. The money is almost invisible that he's going to get, he or she, to go to college, to pay for their education. And so they're stuck. They can't afford it, so they don't go. Maybe they'll try junior college. Maybe someone has a connection with a prep school, and then that doesn't work. The junior college is too far away from home, in the middle of nowhere, some small town. You can't even see it on the map. And then they leave and try another junior college, or they'll try a prep school or another junior college. By then, they've burned up a year, maybe two of eligibility. I call it the musical chairs of recruiting. So you got to take action in recruiting now. I mean, wherever you are in the process, you have to be extremely, extremely aggressive. Contact college coaches every day. Fill out online questionnaires. Send emails. Follow them on Twitter. Talk to them on Twitter. Send them your video. Do it all the time and be aggressive. Create a large list of college programs. Don't just stick to the schools that you see play on TV that have the big brand names. Go for every opportunity, because you never know where the scholarship may come from. The worst case scenario in all of this recruiting procrastination mess is wasted talent. I hate seeing talented young men and women who have the ability to play at the college level, but it gets used up, burnt up, misused, abused. They just get treated terribly because no one helped them along the way. So wherever you are in the process, you got to get busy. You got to stay aggressive. You got to take action. You can't waste a moment. You cannot waste a day, because every day wasted is a day lost in the recruiting process that you cannot get back. That's the truth. You cannot turn back the hands of time in recruiting and get more time, get more days. It don't work that way. The clock in the recruiting process has one button. It's an on button. There is no off switch. There is no kill switch. You can't unplug it. Once the clock starts, basically middle school, it doesn't stop until you graduate high school. And by then, it's too late. The clock will read 0, and you will actually have nothing. So don't put yourself in that situation. Be aggressive in recruiting, because everything is riding on this. You have worked too hard. The student athlete has worked too hard for too long developing their talents, going to showcases, playing on club teams, paying club fees. At some high school districts, you got to pay to play. Money is coming out of your pockets, out of your parents' pockets. The parents are investing heavily in this process, and you're looking for a return on your money. So you got to get started in this process sooner than later. You got to be aggressive, because when the clock strikes 0 in the recruiting process, it's over. It's done. You will be working in the minimum wage lifestyle for the rest of your life. Go to college, get a degree. You can avoid that trap. You won't have massive student loans with crushing debt. You will have a college education. You will have a college degree. That's what's riding on all of your potential. Nobody else can do what you do. That's why you're called a student athlete. You have a dual title, double the responsibility, but the reward is amazing. It truly is. Thank you so much for listening. This is Al Woods from Woods Recruiting. Please leave a comment in the comment section below, because your comments are the oxygen we need to grow. Also, subscribe to our free newsletter. You'll get an ebook, The College Recruiting Process as I Know It. So do all of those things, and I'll talk to you again real soon.